Started. Hello, and welcome back to the Hype Bulletin, hosted by yours truly, Ralph Mentor, where we'll be discussing the knockout stage of the 2026 World Cup tournament and all too, as well. We had some technical difficulties, so I don't know if we'll have time for some NBA talk, but we'll see again. Now, again, if you guys are on the YouTube side and all too as well, please press on that subscribe button to help support the podcast. Share, like, and comment and all too as well. Call of action to help support the podcast. And if you guys are listening to this on the playback side, Apple, Spotify, and Overcast and any other podcast platforms, please leave us a rating and share on any platform you're listening on to help support the podcast and all too as well. So I had a stream an hour ago, and apparently I wasn't coming in audio wise and all too as well. It looks like it was my fault. Either I muted myself by accident or I'm just playing around with the mic too much and I don't even want to touch it right now too as well. And also shout out to the chat for letting me know at least halfway through and all. It looks like I was able to talk about the group and all, but it looks like when I got onto the bracket, my audio cut out and all too as well. So we're doing this again and all too as well. I'll be going over the group real quick, definitely real quick now, and be going over obviously the round 32 and the first matches of the round 32 and all too as well. So let's switch it up, get to the main and all too as well. Yeah, we're black for the time being. Give me a second. Here we go. The standings again. Doing this again, too as well. So I'm probably gonna pick it up a little bit here so I can get to the bracket and all too as well. So let's do all that and all too as well. Are we looking all right? Yeah, I got a little black thing there. And all too, so can we fix it? It's not really you. It's not really It's not really me. It's just the monitor. Got a computer monitor in the way. But can we get it to zoom in a little bit more? I know I don't want to create more technical difficulties and all too as well. So let me do this real quick. I see, I know the camera goes out. I'm starting a mess for myself and all too as well. But let me get this screen. Ooh, yeah, let's make this a little bigger so we can get the teams in there and all too as well. My aesthetic is off, but F it. Now I just want to get this done because of the last situation. Oh, can I get me in the blue screen cooperate real quick? Let's see. There we go. All right, it's a little better. Get rid of the black there and all too as well. No one's hating on color black and all. I'm just saying, and all too as well. All right, I'm tangenting. Wow, because I have to do this all over again and all too as well. Group A, we got Mexico and South Africa getting through and all too as well. As I mentioned in the last stream, South Korea was a surprise of not getting through and all too as well. Apparently a mishap with some substitution thing too as well and all. I'll let the experts talk about that a little bit more and all. But as I mentioned, Group A, Mexico and South Africa come out of there and all. Can I scroll down? There we go. Group B, and a surprise for me, like I mentioned in the last stream, I'll stop saying that and all too as well. Switzerland got through to the. Let me check out something here. All right, Switzerland got through, got through as the leader in Group B and all too as well. Canada surprisingly was the second team and all. And as I mentioned, they had a tough injury there to a player there, Ishmael Coet. Oh, let me just get it right. Canada, yeah, Canadian, yeah. At least Google remembers last time I was here. Yeah, Ishmael Kone apparently got hurt in the last group game and all too as well for Canada and all too as well. So they didn't look great against Switzerland. Switzerland took care of them 3-1. So I'm not sure how they'll be looking going into their first knockout game and all, which is tomorrow against South Africa, I believe, and all too as well, ironically and all. And then Bosnia were able to be part of the top 8 of the third place seeds and all too as well in each group and all too as well. So to Group C, we got Brazil and Morocco getting past Group C and all. Unfortunately, Haiti, who I was cheering for and all, didn't get past and all. And I wanted to mention me going to the game against Haiti and Morocco on this past Wednesday and all too as well. How much it was a great time and all too as well. A whole bunch of Haitians that I did not expect to be a part of for a rally heading into Atlanta Stadium, I guess I can't say. the company of the stadium and all too as well. But definitely a great time and all too as well. It's great to experience 2 goals. Unfortunately, one of them was an own goal and all, but still to experience 2 goals and all too as well. Isidore were one of the best goals I could ever see in person and all too as well, hitting a shot if not 30 yards away, 20 yards away and all too as well. But great energy and all too as well. I'm pretty sure in the clip I'll show the clips and have some type of so some shoot footage and all too as well. If you want to see footage, go ahead and peep the Instagram and all too as well. My Instagram, which is connected to the Hype Bulletin podcast Instagram and all, and catch the footage that I picked up and all from I'll even put a link in the description and all too as well, or in the comment. I'll figure that out if I can do that in the middle of the podcast, middle of the stream and all too as well. Send the link over to my Instagram and all too as well to show off the footage of the sea of blue and red all over the place. At least for me, for at least heading into the Atlanta Stadium, and the Moroccans definitely showed out in the stadium and all too as well, and on the field too as well, on saying their 4-2 win and all too as well. But as I mentioned, definitely was a great time to go to that game and all, first World Cup game for me and all too as well. And definitely dope to see a goal, and definitely dope to see the Haiti have like 2 leads in the game, a 1-0 lead or 1-0 lead, just for the sake of talking football and all. Then a 2-1 lead after 2 as well with the Isidore, with the Isidore goal from like 20 to 30 yards away, whatever it was. But it was such a snipe goal and all too as well. But yeah, definitely a great experience. Unfortunately, like I said, couldn't get past Group C and all too as well. Weren't even able to get a third seed type of chance, unlike Scotland did. They had a chance to at least get through to the knockouts at least and all too as well, but were unable to get to get into the top 8 of the third place seeds and all too as well. Off to Group D, where I will be jumping on the bandwagon to the winner of this group in the USA and all. But they were unable to sweep their group for the first time in their World Cup history and all. But as you can see, still able to be number 1 in there. Christian Pulisic returned in the second half of that game against Turkey and all too as well. So and showed great signs and all too as well. I believe had 2 chances to score in that second half that he came back for the States and all too as well. So a great showing, my bad. Great showing for him coming off of that calf injury and all too as well in the show, that he's pretty conditioned and all too as well. As you can see, Australia and Paraguay also got past Group D and all too as well. Paraguay, again with the third place top 8 seeding, is the reason why they're getting through and all. Group E, Germany pretty much dominated this group and all too as well. Sort of a surprise. Ivory Coast has kind of showed out in the World Cup before and all too as well, but they got the second place seed here in this group, Group E and all too as well. And Ecuador were able to get themselves in with the top 8 third place seeding and all too as well. Group F, we got Netherlands. Checking the levels, I'm good. We got the Netherlands, who pretty much dominated, looked pretty damn good and all too as well. And with my little mishap, was able to watch a little analysis and all too as well. And one of the analysts said the same thing of how good they looked in the first, in the group stages of these games and all too as well. Japan gets the number 2, while Sweden again, a third place top 8 seeding for them. In Group G, I got Belgium and Egypt going through and all too as well. No surprises there. Yeah, I'm not to the big surprises yet until now. Group H and all too as well. Spain, not the surprise of winning the group, but the surprise with Cape Verde beating the number 2 and all, Uruguay. Looks like in back-to-back World Cups they were unable to get into the knockout round and all too as well. Which a team with storied history. I think they've won 2 World Cups, or way in the beginning of things and all too as well. But always a storied team and all too as well. So definitely a surprise of them not making it and all too as well, losing to Spain in the last group game, 1-0 and all too as well, where Spain scored late and Uruguay still has some chances to score there, but were unable to put the ball through the net, you know what I mean, and get to have them give themselves a chance to get to the knockout stage and all too as well. Group I, no surprise, we got France and Norway getting through and all too as well. There's a surprise there too, though, is Senegal. Like I mentioned in the last stream, I'm going to keep saying that Senegal looked great, and not looked great, but put up a fight against France in that first half and all too as well, until Mbappe stepped up and did his thing and all too as well. But Norway had a quick lead against Senegal in that second group game and all too as well, and Senegal were able to get a goal close to the 90th minute, and they will have some couple of chances to force a draw there too as well. So definitely looks strong in their group games, especially against Norway and France and all. And I'm thinking their 1-1 was against Iraq and all too as well. Group J, We got Argentina obviously getting through and all too as well. Austria and Algeria apparently giving both themselves a scare in the last game of groups and all too as well. Where it ended in a 3-3 tie, and if apparently one team won, the other team if one team won, they were going to the knockout stage and the other team won it. But with their draw, it looks like both teams are going through and all too as well. And in Group K, we got Colombia, Portugal, and the DR of Congo, a surprise there, getting through and all too as well. Portugal didn't look strong in this, but as I mentioned in that last stream and all too as well, you can probably credit that this group was more competitive than what it looked like going into it. You would have thought DR Congo would have been the same level as Uzbekistan at least and all, but they showed out big time and all, and I believe led the top third place eight, seedings and all in that top eight that I'll show and all too as well to better again articulate what I mean by that and all too as well. Then in Group L, we got England and Croatia getting through as the top two seeds and all, and Ghana with a surprise there too as well, especially in that second group game against England. They were able to able to draw against them, which was a big opportunity for them to get this spot and all too as well in the knockout round and all too as well. So this is where I wanted to show again the top third FIFA standings and all too as well. This wasn't updated the last time I was on with Yahoo Sports. Maybe they got it right this time because they had Iran last. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's right. So I want to look at somebody else's. Let me see. I had something because I have this completely spelled wrong on Google. So let me see if I can update the spelling and find a better updated table for the stream at least and all too. So I believe, yeah, I think this is the real one. Yeah, Iran was out unfortunately and all. So this is the top. Oh, let me actually show it on the screen. That'd be nice for everybody who's watching at least and all too as well. As you can see there, Sweden was 1, I'm sorry. DR Congo was 2. Ghana was 3. Ecuador was 4. Bosnia was 5. Algeria 6. Paraguay 7. Then Senegal was 8 and all too as well. So these are all third place teams in each group, but these are the top 8 teams as the third place teams and all. Iran, South Korea, Scotland, and Uruguay are the other third place teams that didn't make it and all too as well. But the previous 8 that I mentioned are the top 8 teams that have made the knockout rounds, with the other top 2 teams of each group and all too as well. So I'm thinking it's 32 teams. So that's what I thought it was. Like the 2 teams that made it would be there's 24 teams, and you fight it out at least and all too as well. So it seems like they've added some teams and all. It looks like this is the way they've added teams and all too. As I don't remember a top 3 seeding before and all too as well. Maybe not as large as the top 8 team. Maybe your top 4 teams that they've added and all, make it around the 28 or a knockout round of 28 to start at least and all too as well. I'm not sure how the math works there, so I don't want to speak out of hand and all too as well. But yeah, this is definitely new to me at least and all too as well. If it's been around and I just missed it and all too as well, maybe cared about it a bit more because of Haiti at least, because this would have been one of their chances, one of their best chances to get into the knockout, the round of 32 and all, to begin the knockout stage and all too as well. But it looks like my levels are still good. Thank you. And now we can talk about the matches starting today with Canada versus South Africa and all too as well. Is level still good? All right. I saw a little glitch there, so I got a little nervous there. So here's the bracket. Now let's get this here so it can be seen for people that are peeping on the YouTube and all too as well. Slight more adjustment. Boom. So this is the first game here where we got South Africa and Canada. As I mentioned, I'm not too confident for Canada at least all too, because as I mentioned, they're dealing. That's a terrible injury that Kone is dealing with and all. I think I read it was a fractured tibia in fibula or something of that nature and all too as well. So definitely doesn't look great, for him coming back anytime soon for Canada and all too as well. And then they had that bad loss against Switzerland and all too as well. And Switzerland won the group and all, so it wasn't like Canada wasn't playing for anything too as well, honestly. And you kind of you have a tough matchup against South Africa, who have played these teams tough and all too as well. They're not giving up a whole bunch of goals too and all too as well. So I would obviously Canada's favored here, but with that injury, I would be a little concerned going into this game and all too as well. Netherlands and Morocco. This is a cool. Yeah, I feel like this is a very good game. The Netherlands have been playing well throughout the group too as well. Morocco, for me seeing them live and all too as well, and playing Brazil tough in the second game, and I believe beating Scotland. I mean, in the first game, playing Brazil tough to a draw and beating Scotland in their second game and all too as well. And then, having their top eight appearance in the last World Cup in Qatar in 22 and all too as well. So I would think they're favored, but the Netherlands have looked good in this round, in this group, in this tournament, I should say, in the group games and all too as well. So I feel like these are one of the best games. One of the best games out of the first round of 32 and all too as well. I would slightly favor Morocco. I'm not gonna lie, honestly, but the Netherlands look good, so it wouldn't be a surprise they won that game and all too as well. Germany and Paraguay, obviously I'll favor Germany here. Kind of dominated their group and all too as well. Paraguay hasn't looked, as I mentioned, hasn't looked great throughout the tournament all too as well. But this is a different brand of football, honestly, too as well. So I wouldn't want to sleep on anybody coming into these games and all too as well. Next is France and Sweden. Maybe I'll sleep on this one because France should be a clear favorite here. Honestly, I think they're a clear favorite to win the whole thing, honestly, if you're asking me, at least in all too as well. Belgium and Senegal. I like that my last stream did have a little mix up and all too as well to see the analysis, one of the see analysts talk about this match in particular and all too as well, because I feel like Belgium hasn't looked great and all too as well, while Senegal's been fighting for their spot and all too as well. I think they got the last spot that I showed in that top eight ranking for the for the third place seeding and all too as well. So I really like their chances of winning this one. I get Belgium's gonna be favored, but I would like Belgium a lot. I would like Senegal a lot, I should say, to win this game at least and all. If not, to force extra time at least and all, and to make that game more of a draw at least and all too as well. There's another game I want to mention too that's more interesting than when they want meets the eye and all too as well. USA Bosnia, quote unquote an easy game for the States at least and all, but I say just more of a winnable game for the States and all too as well. Should be a game that they can win to get to the round of 16 and all too as well. But I want to sleep on a European team and all too as well. So especially a team, tough team that can get through the top three seeding, those top three. The top eight of the third place seeding at least and all too as well. Those teams can be scary because they're really not playing for any. They have nothing to lose in that instance and all too as well. Spain next I should say is Spain and Austria. I would believe Spain is heavily favored in that game and all too as well. This is the next game I'm talking about that looks more interesting than the eye meets at least and all too as well. We got Portugal, Croatia and all too as well. I feel like Portugal hasn't looked great in their group and all, but to be fair, it seems like the competition was a bit more stronger than I would have presumed and all, with DR Congo getting through to the knockout round and all too as well, and playing tough. You know what I mean, with the teams in that playing tough with those teams in that group and all. I believe Colombia was also in that group and all too as well, and they played them tough in their game and all too as well. Do I wanna make sure before I'm talking shit and all too as well? Let me make sure. I feel like DR Congo played Colombia tough in their first game because I wasn't impressed with Colombia in their first game and all too as well. Let's see. We have to go all the way back. We have to go all the way back. Are we still leveled out? We're still leveled out. That's the good thing. So that's all that matters. I don't want to lose you guys again and be here again and all, but I really want to look up Colombia's first game against. Oh, come on. I know I can't be. Okay, I guess I can't find it. Alright, they play Uzbekistan first? Is that what I'm saying? I know I'm making it hard on myself, so this is how we're going to do it instead. We're going to do it this way. Please bear with me as I pause and look for the Portugal group and all. Yeah, DR, here we go. I'm looking for DR Congo, so I'm looking for, okay. And their full match schedule. Bear with me. It's taking forever, I know. Yep, okay, 1-0. They lost to Colombia 1-0. Tough game as I presumed and all too as well. I'm trying to see what was their first game. So their first game was against nope, the last game was against okay, the first game against Portugal to play 1-1 there and all. And then they had to play Colombia tough. Colombia won 1-0. and then they took care of Uzbekistan 3-0 to really set themselves up to get into the round of 32. Now kind of get back to where I was the whole time and all too as well. To get back and all that. It's just I wanted to bring that up again. I really wanted to bring that up, make sure I would clean that up for my worry with Portugal against Croatia and all too as well. And I wanted to give credit to the group. They played in the group that wouldn't have anticipated to be tough. But like I said with DR Congo, they played Colombia tough, who's one of the favorites, one of the favorites to win it all. If not win it all, be a dark horse favorite to win it all and all too as well. They played them tough, and as I mentioned, tied with Portugal and all, and took care of Uzbekistan and all too as well. So I think can I get to the game on the screen now? There we go. But yeah, here we go. Finally, all the way back and all too as well. But and kind of worried about Portugal and all too as well. They struggled in their game against Colombia too as well. Kind of had something to play for so they can get the #1 seed and all too as well to avoid facing a team like Croatia. When I mentioned in my last stream and all, has made noise in the World Cup before, and I think they made the top 4, if not the top 8 before, in 2018 against Russia and in Russia, I should say, and all too as well. So definitely a team that's capable of making some noise and all too as well. So definitely, I believe that Portugal is in high alert, and if I had to pick, I would pick Croatia based on my confidence and all too as well. Next, I got Brazil and Japan. Brazil is obviously a clear favorite here and all too as well. Turnovers always the thing I'm worried about with Brazil and all too as well. Could make it a game against Japan and all too as well. Maybe give them some extra chances that they shouldn't have and all too as well. Neymar did return in the second half against Scotland and all too as well. So I'm not sure how conditioned he is and all too as well, but could be a very interesting add of firepower to the Brazil team and all too as well. Next we got Ivory Coast versus Norway and all too as well. This is Norway's big first time in the World Cup, I believe, and all. I believe they've been in the World Cup before, but you got Erling Haaland. I want to get that name right, because I don't think I got it right. I feel like I said Eric Holland, or yeah, Holland, like Holland, more than Holland, Haaland, and all too as well. So I want to get that right again. Erling, not Eric, Erling Holland and all too, Holland and all too as well. I want to get that right for the clips and all too as well. Hopefully to get that right and all too as well. But definitely want to make sure I pronounce his name right and all too as well. But I believe Norway's been in the World Cup before, but definitely big expectations here. They kind of fit the dark horse of a team that can go all the way, at least to the final and all too as well. I don't know who's beating France besides Argentina. I don't know who's beating France and all too as well, but definitely a team that can make some noise and get to the top 8, even top 4 of this knockout stage and all too as well. Next is Mexico and Ecuador. Pretty damn good game, I would think, here and all too as well. I feel like Ecuador hasn't played to their capabilities and all. You never know. Knockout stage, more pressure. Diamonds. Diamonds make pressure, or pressure makes diamonds, and all that. At least and all too as well. And Mexico's looked great too as well. I think they kind of tailed off towards the end, but I believe they won their group and all too as well. Yeah, they won their group. Canada was the only North American team that didn't win their group and all. And as I mentioned, an injury kind of happened and all too as well that may have derailed it a bit, even though Switzerland is a dangerous team and all too as well. But I think this is a great game here and all. And I would favor Mexico in this game and all too as well. England, DR Congo. We saw England. I thought Harry Kane, I should say, at least, was going to throw another 2-goal performance like his first performance against. I forgot his first performance where he had 2 goals and all, but I thought he was going to show out a bit here. Kind of showed out in the third group game, at least, and all too as well. Got himself a goal there and all, but. That Ghana game is going to have me a little nervous with them facing DR Congo and all too as well. So I'll still say England there. But England usually be playing around too as well in these World Cups and all too as well, just based off their history and all too as well. So a bit dangerous there, but I think they can win that one there and all too as well. The Switzerland, Nigeria. The way the Swiss looked against Canada, I'm going to go with Switzerland there with some confidence there and all too as well. Colombia and Ghana. I think this is an interesting game too as well. That's what I was trying to confirm. Colombia was in DR Congo's group and all. But Ghana's kind of playing with the same fire, African team too as well. If you want to throw that out there and all too as well, but still can be a tough matchup for Colombia and all. They'll say Colombia, but that's a tough game. It looks like and all. Then you got Australia and Egypt and all too as well. I'm gonna go with Egypt honestly too as well. Wouldn't surprise me if they won this game and all too as well. Australia, I feel like Australia's a fair team and all too as well, but Egypt there is too as well. So it kind of makes an even matchup and all too as well. Then we got Argentina and Cape Verde. I think I want to make sure I mention again, team of the tournament and all too as well. Such a great accomplishment for a team like this to be in the round of 32 and all too as well. I think the thing is the smallest country to ever qualify for a World Cup or smallest country to ever qualify for a round of 32. I'm not really pretty sure of the stat there and all too as well, but still a great accomplishment for them. They didn't even win a game in their group and all too as well, but they drew in every game and all, and gave them a great opportunity to at least face the defending champions in Argentina and all, who have looked great and all. Messi only played for what, 40 minutes or 30 minutes? Yeah, maybe 40 to 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. And the last group game against I'm sleeping on who they just faced. Can I just look it up real quick? Let me look at Argentina's last game against Jordan. There it is, and all. Was able to score in the 80th minute, if I remember correctly, and all too as well. So levels are still good, cool. So yeah, no, very cool. Yeah. So yeah, very cool for Cape Verde to be facing Argentina, to get through and all too as well. We'll see, if that can really last against a team like this who's taking care of of mediocre competition, especially the mediocre competition that was in their group and all too as well. So, but I've been mentioning and all too as well, France is the favorite in my opinion to win it out, and win the whole thing and all too as well. It's kind of set up for France and Argentina to face in the final and all too as well. So that's kind of cool and all too as well. I think for me as a top, I feel like my top dark horse would be Team Brazil and all too as well. With the potential added firepower of Neymar and all too as well. I think that's a team that can make some noise. I would have put Norway there. I am loving the whole Erling Haaland thing too as well, honestly. But it's just the way they finished their game against Senegal is going to make me a little nervous about how can they handle pressure and all too as well. They kind of showed no fight against France, even though they sat a whole bunch of guys. And even me watching the first half, there were first and second half, I should say, there were great opportunities for them to score there and all too as well. So I understand how they're a top dark horse favorite too as well, honestly. But I think it's France. I think it's France. I think it's Argentina as your favorites and all too as well. If I had to put a third team there, I guess Spain. I've never been impressed with Spain. That's my issue with me, honestly, too, as well. But I do get the betting market and how they're favorites and all too as well. So I have to put Spain as your top three as your favorites and all too as well. And as dark horses, I put Brazil. I would put Norway there too as well. Depending how Morocco looks against the Netherlands, maybe them too as well. When they looked good. They looked good and all too as well when I watched them and all too as well. And they put up a fight. They got the experience too as well, honestly. So, as a dark horse team, I'm trying to think of anyone else. I mentioned Norway, Brazil, and yeah, and what's it called there? Oh, Morocco as dark horse teams that can barely make a run and all too as well. Maybe Germany too as well. The way they looked in the groups, you can put them there. The states I would love to put as a dark horse and all too as well, but it's like a lot of show and prove they have to show. Honestly, I love their attack even without Pulisic and their game against Australia. They had a great attack in that game and all too as well. And Pulisic coming back, able to get on the pitch and just show what's the word I'm looking for? Show his creativity and all too as well. Show the ability to still score and all too as well after missing the second half of their first game and then the whole game against Australia and all too as well. So it's just hard for me to put them as a dark horse with Brazil and Norway and all too as well. It's really hard for me to do that and all too as well. But very exciting. I'm excited. Now there's one more thing that I would like to react to before I close it out. It looks like my energy is up. We're 40 minutes in, so I'll cover some NBA and all too as well. Why the hell not? And all too as well. But definitely want to do some World Cups, especially that the knockout round is starting tomorrow and all too as well. So I kind of want to set up round of 32 type of reaction, round of 16 reaction, 8, 4, and all too as well. So I hope I can keep up with all that too as well. That'd be pretty cool, just for content purposes and all too as well. But I definitely want to get into the whole Golden Boot race and all too as well. And here are the standings right now too as well. We got Messi at number 1 with 6. Kylian Mbappe, there we go, with 4 goals and all too as well. Um, Quazamane, if or Us, I don't know why I saw a Q there, but okay. Dembele. We're just gonna keep it last name for certain individuals and all too as well. But he's sitting there with 4 goals for himself. Had 3 goals in the first half of the last group game against Norway and all too as well. Norway didn't play anybody, but still, that's pretty damn impressive. And all 31 minutes in, I believe that was too as well. He got 3 goals like that and all too as well. A man who's leading up the board and all, my favorite, soccer player to watch right now, Vinicius Jr. and Vinny and all too, or the known, I should say, also known as Vinny and all too as well, but stepped up big time, has 4, had 2. Did he have 2 against Scotland and 1 in each? I'm trying to remember. Because the Haiti game, he went off too as well. I think he had 2 in Haiti and had 1 in any other game. No, I don't think they scored against Morocco. No, Vinny scored against Morocco and all too as well. So I think he has a goal in every game. I just can't remember what was the 2. I didn't watch the Scotland game and all. Maybe that was where the 2 was and all too. I know they called 1 back on him, but I don't know if he made up for it and all too as well. They scored like 3 goals or 4 goals in that game and all too as well. But Vinny out of nowhere, number 4 now in the Golden Boot chase and all too as well. Erling Haaland still number 5, even though he didn't play the 3rd game and all too as well. Still sitting there with 4, or still have 4, but still sitting there in the top 5, I should say, and all too as well. So that's the race right now too as well. We got a German called Endov with 3. I'm sorry if I butchered that. We got a Menzabi from the Swiss with 3 as well. We got a forward from Senegal and Sarr with 3. Brian, easy first name, but Brian Broby from the Netherlands with 3. We got another Brazilian forward in Cunha with 3 and all too as well, rounding up the top 10 and all too as well. Harry Kane has 3 himself and all at 13. Try to find if there's some bigger names I'm forgetting about and all too as well. No. It's like Harry Kane. I thought Harry Kane was going to come in and all too as well with the game against Ghana and all, but had a 0 there and all too as well. Was able to pick up a goal, as I mentioned, in the last group game and all too as well. But Messi, not impressive and all too as well, coming in, as I mentioned, I think in the 50-minute or 60-minute mark of the last game against Jordan, I was able to score in the 80th minute and all too as well. So things are brewing up in the World Cup and all too as well. Very cool to see and all too as well. Like I said, shout out to these top 3rd place teams like Senegal and the DR of Congo of getting through and all. Shout out to Cape Verde, big time, of just getting through their group as a top 2, getting 2nd place in their group and all too as well. So makes things interesting to see who can make that big surprise in the round of 32 and all. I would say definitely expected and all too as well. So, but since I'm here and there's a lot of things going on since the last NBA. That's NBA now. Oh, I got someone in the chat mentioning World Cup. So let me give a shout out to the chat real quick and all, and then why is Argentina's path in the World Cup always so smooth? Why does FIFA seem to favor Messi? I know. I'll finish it and all, but why does Messi always face easier opponents in the World Cup knockouts? Why does FIFA always favor Messi? It's FIFA. That's what FIFA does and all too as well. I mean, if we're gonna call out FIFA for some things, I wish I was watching the Algeria and is it the Algeria and Austria game and all too as well, where both teams can just get in on a 0-0 draw. My man Andrew Jones is calling it out in our group chat and all too as well. And I'm kind of confused on why he's calling it like that. And then you see how the things played out and all too as well. He was kind of right and all too as well. But you're seeing both games, even he's calling it out too as well when it was 1-0. I don't know who scored first, and I was watching the Jordan and Argentina game and all too as well. But still, we're looking at a situation with 3 minutes, where we're in the final minute and all. We have a team score. It's 3-2. You're thinking the game is over, then all of a sudden they score 3-3 and all too as well, to at least for both teams to get into that position to get in to the into the round of 32, I should say, and all too as well. So it's just FIFA. We all know FIFA and all too as well. What is it? Art something that got himself all, excommunicated, in lack of a better word, from FIFA and all too as well. So two sport, what is that? Sports at a Z. I hope I'm getting that all right and all. It's FIFA coursing things for Messi and all to at least get himself set up and all too as well. Look at the bracket and all too as well. And I was watching. This is why I appreciate my last stream going out and all, so I can peep. A couple analysts break down the round of 32 and all, and how they see things breaking down. Now we got France on one side and we got Argentina on the other side too as well and all, set up to face them in the championship and all too as well. No quarterfinals matchup or anything like that. So I can totally understand what you're saying about that and all, and that's just FIFA. It's FIFA setting things up for Messi and all too as well. Now, which the way they've done this business, I don't have a problem with and all too as well. But because I've said this too as well about Argentina's group is weak, has been very weak and all too as well. So can we take what they did and really think they're going to make a run and all too as well? I mean, kind of lucked up with Cape Verde being the first matchup and all too as well for them. And Spain, you would think Spain's the better team and France is the better team. Let me go over since you got me on this tangent, and I like the question. I'm not mad about it too as well. But look at France versus Sweden. Sweden's an interesting European team and all too as well, and they can make some noise against the French and all too as well. Where I'm not saying the French are going to lose to the Swiss, or to the, did I say that right? No, Swiss is Switzerland and all too as well. But to the Swedish, there we go. Let me get that right and all too as well. But you're looking at a close game and all for a team that's supposed to be tops and all too as well. And Spain and Austria, look what Austria was just doing and all too as well. So even though in you can say the same thing about Cape Verde, but they didn't win any of their games and all too as well. And look at the competition that Argentina faced in their group. It's kind of similar to Cape Verde and all too as well. And you look at a game like France when they kind of struggled against Senegal. The Swedish kind of have that type of football team and all too as well. Same with Spain, where I'm mentioning them. They kind of they're in a little fight. Excuse me, they're in a little fight against DR Congo. Austria is going to have a much bigger. I'm going to have a just as much as the same fight that DR Congo was in Spain. Was it Spain I'm bringing up? No. My bad. Let me fix that up. I know there's a game with Spain that they were close. Was it DR Congo? But that's like the Colombia game I'm talking about. Ooh, hold up. The Cape Verde game. There we go. I know there's a team there and all too as well. They went 0-0 against them and all too as well. So, in Argentina again, Spain struggled with a team that's supposed to be low in Cape Verde, and you can compare Cape Verde to the teams like Jordan and Algeria to a degree, and Argentina took care of them and all too as well. So I do get like how FIFA is kind of coasting it up for Argentina and all too as well. And look, this is why I kind of have respect for the Ronaldo fans and all too as well. Look at his group that he was in all too as well, and people were coming at him for how short he came up at least in the bigger games outside of Uzbekistan and all too as well. So I totally hear the point of how things are kind of set up for Argentina and all too as well, and kind of set up for them to, if they're going to lose to anybody in this tournament, it's going to be the France, because who I think is the best team in the tournament and all too as well. So what you got? I mean, I look at Ronaldo's path. That's what I'm saying. I agree. He will face giants like Spain, France, England, Morocco, and consecutive. Yep. While Messi plays and toys. Yep. I totally agree. I'm glad I mentioned that Ronaldo point too as well. Honestly, so you kind of bring it up more for the bracket that looks forward and all too as well. So I can't disagree with that too. Is when we just look at Argentina's bracket and all too as well. The one fair thing I'll give to FIFA at least and all is that what's it called there? Is that the defending champions at least, and also maybe you put them there, but they're not ranked. Like, they're nowhere ranked as Spain. Spain's always ranked high, and they never have an easier. Spain never has anything easy, and they're always ranked high. I remember them being ranked high since 2018 and all too as well, but their path is never easy and all. While someone like Messi in Argentina, I can't disagree with that. They're always sitting somewhere comfortable and all too as well. So, but we'll see. I really think Argentina is set up to lose against France and all too as well, but I don't disagree. Like I kind of wanted to see if I can get the look at the bracket again. Shout out to Sports at us. I hope I get that right. Sport at us. Got me on a little tangent and all too as well, because I want to see his point. Because yeah, You got Argentina facing either Australia and Egypt, and then if they get through that, it's the Colombia is the strongest team that they'll be facing getting through. This is the round of 16 and the round of 8, at least in all two as well. I totally understand that in all two as well. Look at Spain. Spain's either seeing Portugal or Croatia's a tough ass team, so Spain's either seeing one of those two teams in all two as well, and that's it. That's it. We'll see. I want to say the States can be a tough game against Spain, but I want to see how they look against Bosnia, and then I think it could be Senegal that they're facing in the round of 16 and all too as well. So that could be something tough too as well. Then the French see Germany, they got to see Morocco and the Netherlands too as well. Honestly, while Argentina probably the toughest team that they're seeing is an underwhelming Colombian team so far and all too as well. So Sport Adders, I don't disagree from your point at all. Honestly too as well. I looked at the group. I was kind of hyping Messi up too as well in this first game and the second game when he has 2 goals and then the hat trick and all too as well. And then you look at all the other groups and how certain teams like Cape Verde, DR Congo, and South Africa are playing some teams tough and all. While they got Jordan. What's the whole group? What's that group again? Can I get all the groups here? Let me see. They show me. Okay, let's get all the standings at least all two as well. They got Argentina's got Austria and Algeria at least on two. So 2 teams that have made it through the group at least on two. So, but to your point, how competitive are they at least in all two? So we'll find out in all two as well. But I hear the point. I definitely hear the point in all two as well. So, but yeah, I think yes. Shout out to Sport Adders again in all two as well for that. And all two as well. It's not something I disagree with in all two as well. But let me get since I'm here and I got the energy and all, because I'm telling you, it's kind of tired throughout the day and all too as well. Let me get into some NBA news real quick and all. Oh wow, the Orlando Magic wave Jonathan Isaac. That's news to me and all too as well. But what's the NBA news I want to get into? Last time I was here, Giannis got traded to the Heat and all too as well. Not official until the 6th, which will be like next Monday. I believe not this upcoming Monday, but the next one and all too as well. But we got LaMelo Ball going to the Minnesota Timberwolves on a I guess how quick that turned into is shocking to me at least, because I think it was the end of draft day, night 1, if not night 2, I think night 2, that Shams dropped that the Hornets are engaged with some trades with or engaged in trades with LaMelo Ball. And I think he mentioned the Raptors and the T-Wolves and all, and I knew it. The T-Wolves are pushing for that because of the whole Anthony Edwards rumors about him not being happy and doesn't have a co-star. Excuse me, and all too as well, especially after Julius Randle got traded to Brooklyn and all too as well. But as I'll read, I should say, at least all too as well. LaMelo Ball and Josh Green from the Charlotte Hornets go to Minnesota, and the Hornets receive Naz Reid and I guess a bunch of picks and all too as well. First round pick in 2033, first round pick swaps in 28, 29, and 30, and then 3 second round draft picks too as well, honestly. So now we got LaMelo Ball teaming up with Anthony Edwards and all too as well. And I love the whole off court, type of jokes and all too as well. But for basketball purposes, I can't see how this doesn't work and all too as well. I just get the questions of now does Minnesota's advantage over the past few seasons has been their size and all too as well, with guys like Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, or Karl Anthony Towns and all, and Naz Reid coming off the bench and all too as well. You lose all of that, and now you just have Rudy Gobert and all too as well. You do up your wings and guard potential at least and all too as well, especially not having Dante DiVincenzo for probably 3/4, if not all, of next season all too as well, coming off an Achilles injury and all. So I get that there. I don't get anything for Charlotte at least and all too as well with this instance and all. The on and off numbers with LaMelo Ball last year were huge, honestly, for them and all too as well. So I don't get why the Hornets would do that and all too as well. I kind of thought maybe they'll go get Ja Morant, but LaMelo Ball has a 3-point shot that's 30 feet away from the rim compared to Ja Morant, who doesn't really have a 3-point shot and all too as well. So it kind of changes the dynamics of their offense. I do understand why they re-up Kobe White at this point and all too as well, because he can offer that type of space for guys like Concanipple and Brandon Miller. But I don't know if they can what's it called there? I'm not sure if they can play make. I'm not sure if Kobe White can play make to the LaMelo Ball's capabilities and all too as well. Can Concanipple develop that? Can Brandon Miller develop that? Those are going to be my interesting questions there too as well, honestly. So definitely wanted to react to that real quick and all too as well. I love the trade from Minnesota. I wonder how they're going to figure out replacing and or Nas Reed or Julius Randle at least, and all just to help out with the size that they're missing and all too as well. But still, I think it's a great move for Anthony Edwards and all too as well to have next to have someone like LaMelo Ball who can play make for everybody, especially Rudy Gobert, who a guy that they don't use well in the offense. I think is going to be used pretty well for them and all too as well. I got Sport Ad is commenting me again about is this a World Cup question? I don't mind. Did you know France's front three have 14 goal contributions, 14 goal contributions in just the first three World Cup games? That's what makes France an insane team. I agree. Like, come on, you have apparently Dembele is apparently like a Premier League star or one of the European League stars at least on two as well. So he's no shabby guy at least on two as well. But to sit there and have 3 goals, I'm thinking Mbappe is like the next thing since sliced bread and all because he's got what is it 16 World Cup goals, 2 away from Messi who's got the 18 and all too as well. If not, he's got like 15 or something like that. But still, I'm thinking he's the guy of France and all. And then you got Dembele at least and all too as well sitting there with 3 goals in 31 minutes of time. And I get Norway. I mentioned this too. I get Norway wasn't playing their guys and all too as well. But still, that's still a World Cup team at least and all too as well to sit there and do that and all too as well is pretty impressive. And also to the team, it's always been like that too as well. That's why I've hated France. I'm a Team Brazil guy, and so one of my fondest memories of the Brazil team was losing to the France team in '98 and all too as well. But they got Thierry Henry there and one of their forwards there, and what's the other guy there? Zidane has another forward there too as well. So these are this is a historical team that's been had this for as long as I can remember at least and all too as well. Now now I'm getting hip to Dembele now too. So I'm getting hip to some guys and all, and I'm obviously know about Mbappe and all too as well. You can just see it the way they were playing the second half against Senegal. It was just a completely different team than the first team. I mean, against with a completely different team than the team that you saw in the first half against Senegal and all too as well. So now that's why to me I totally agree how France is like the clear favorite of winning this whole thing honestly too as well. They seem out for retribution of losing to Argentina in 22 and all, which was a close game. That was a damn good game too as well. Honestly, that's like 22. Qatar is not really as I mean, this World Cup is gonna it's gonna stick to me for a while and all too as well. Qatar didn't, and I'll be fair, my buddy Andrew Jones again, I'll give him a shout out here too as well. Honestly, reminding me how that was more in the winter, November, December time, and I'm used to the World Cup obviously being a summer event and all too as well. I love experiencing being in Atlanta and doing all this fun stuff outside of it and all too as well. Really different breed of energy and all too as well. So this World Cup has been dope for me honestly too as well. I'm not gonna lie. And all too as well. And I think this is one of the memorable ones. That's why I feel like I had to at least have a stream at least about going into the round 32. I'm hopefully I'm able to keep up and do a round of 16, round of 8, obviously round of 4, round of 2, the finals and the third place game and all that stuff too as well, honestly. But this stuff is it's been pretty fun honestly too as well. We got the Red Sox stinking it up until lately and all too as well, and it's definitely giving me a break from that and all too as well. As bad as they have been, they're sitting 5 games out from a wild card spot, and all too as well. We got like 80 games of baseball to play, and all too as well. So definitely maybe getting myself back into that after this. Now the world. This was the first month of the World Cup, and now we'll go back. Obviously we'll go on quicker because of the knockout stages and all too. So I believe the final is on the 19th of July and all too as well. So great points by Sport Adders, man. I appreciate the chat overall, honestly too. As I'm seeing my levels are still up, so obviously I'm still being heard and all too as well. So shout. I wish I saved the names of the people that saved me from continuing being audioless in the last stream and all too as well. I really do appreciate it all too as well. I really do appreciate the support. I can't lie and all too as well. So, but yeah, that was my little NBA news and all too as well. I got Sporadic asking me World Cup questions, and I don't mind. Definitely wanted to get back to him and all too as well. But I can't think of any. Obviously, we got Jaylen Brown out there and all too as well, being divvied up and all too as well. And I'm beginning to think he's in on it, and I don't want to get too gassed up about it because next thing you know, he gets traded by tomorrow and all too as well and all. But I really don't know, because this is why I like bringing up the LaMelo Ball, at least trade at least and all too as well. As I mentioned, Shams reported the LaMelo Ball news I think night 2. that night, and then next day, if not the next morning, LaMelo Ball got traded to the T-Wolves and all too as well. Jaylen Brown's been bantered in rumors ever since the Giannis thing. And we can include the Giannis thing too as well, but we've heard Charlotte being on Jaylen Brown. We've heard the T-Wolves before getting LaMelo Ball being on Jaylen Brown. The Clippers at the time were in on Jaylen Brown. Now we got the Blazers in on Jaylen Brown. We got a guy like Chris Mannix. I like a guy I like enjoying listening to his Open Floor podcast and all that stuff. But he's mentioning Jaylen Brown for what's it called there? Who's his name? Evan Mobley and all there too as well. We even got Bill Simmons mentioning Trey Murphy and all too as well. And I think I'm not going to put that in Bill Simmons, but I believe he's mentioned Trey Murphy and all. And I would assume that the Pelicans would be interested in Jaylen Brown in that instance too as well, honestly. So we're hearing all these teams being interested in Jaylen Brown, and yet it's Sunday, it's Sunday, July 28th or something like that, and he's still not traded yet. And all too, so July 28th or 29th. 28th, there we go. I got it right the first time and all too as well. But he still hasn't gotten traded yet and all too as well. I'm not sure if he will get traded and all too as well. I really think he's kind of in on it. Now I'm seeing on my Twitter sphere today and all where Bobby Marks' report says that nobody values this guy than the closest to the seventh player on the roster and all, and that's when he tweets out and all too as well. So I kind of think he's in on it. I think it's like if I'm gonna go and diverge about my opinion about it and all too as well, and why I think he's in on it. And today kind of helped me with the idea of it. I think he wants to know how much he's worth out in the market, so we can use that as motivation going into this new season and all too as well. I do believe like the Giannis Milwaukee thing did get messed up for Boston and Brad Stevens and all that. One of the few times I'll say even Brad Stevens messed up there by. I don't think he messed up with it. I just think he probably just didn't control the communication better with Milwaukee and all, and they belly out Jaylen Brown's name out there for the trade offers and all too as well. I really think Jaylen Brown's in on it and all too as well about kind of want to understanding how much he's worth around the league and all too as well, and kind of use it as motivation. All he is that type of guy that uses stuff like this, in my opinion, and uses it as motivation for his off-season workout and all too as well. I'm sure all players do. I think Jaylen Brown's just a little bit more outwardly with it and all too as well compared to other compared to other athletes and all too. So no different than Wembanyama too as well. He's a little bit more outwardly with his confidence and his ego and all too as well. I think Jaylen Brown sits in the same boat and all too as well. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using two things. Jaylen Brown allowing the Celtics to put his name out there to really see how much he's worth out there to other teams and all too as well. And my real thing about this too as well is Brad Stevens really like finding a way to to see what's really available out there and all too as well. Evan Mobley's available, but do you have to give up Jaylen Brown to get him? Do you do it? And all that type of stuff too as well, honestly. So I kind of think both guys are in on this when we're hearing the rumors being bantied out and all too as well. It's just a lot of teams, there's a lot of teams talking, and there's nothing happening. And look at LaMelo Ball talking, got traded and all too as well. We get a lot of talk with Jaylen Brown, especially after the Giannis stuff and all. And there's really been nothing close, in my opinion, and all too as well. The Blazers are the closest thing. Shams said something on Get Up and all. Now you're kind of seeing the report throughout Twitter and all that. They'll give up Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp, and Scoot Henderson, then all the picks. So there was a report that I think Shams dropped that the Celtics want 4 first-round picks and all. The Blazers are willing to do it, but to me, that's just bullshit. Because you just got the 4 picks now, but look at the players. Are those players really going to replace what Jaylen Brown does? And I don't think the Celtics are in a rebuilding type of situation and all, just based on the comments that Brad Stevens made after their 3-1, blow lead against the Philadelphia 76ers and all too as well. So I kind of think everybody's kind of in on it with the Celtics and all. We'll see if there's a Godfather offer and all. The Blazers do scare me and all, because I'll be real. If you took out Jeremy Grant, I mean, I get you have to add Jeremy Grant for the contract-ish, but if it's Scoot, Shaden Sharp, and Klingon, it's a lot there. You know what I mean? With the picks, too, as well, honestly. I can understand that you don't have to think about something like that, too, as well, honestly, because Scoot Henderson is potentially supposed to be a star point guard in the league and all. I'm not saying he is, but drafted number 2 behind Victor Wembanyama. There are expectations of him that. And then you got Klinging and all too. Donovan Klinging, I believe, from UConn and all. Solid guy. I've been, I'm a pretty big fan of him. I'm a pretty big fan of him. Didn't think much of him. I'm not gonna lie. White guy. Basketball. What's that about? But seeing him play, seeing the C's play, the Blazers, over the past couple seasons and all, there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of, there's a lot of Banty and talk about Walker Kessler, from the Jazz and all too as well. Donovan Klingen kind of fits that type of if not physique, just game, skill, I should say, and all too as well. With his rebounding, able to score, and I think he's got more scoring ability than Walker Kessler actually too as well, and he can bang, rebound, as good as any of the young bigs in the league and all too as well. So you're seeing a guy like Jaren Duran help the Pistons get to the playoffs and do much to help them in the playoffs, but help to get them in the playoffs. Imagine what Donovan Clean can do and all. And he was shabby, wasn't too shabby either throughout the season. Portland had a 7 seed and we're facing the Spurs in the first round of the playoffs too as well, honestly. So the Blazers are, this is why I don't want to talk about it too much, because the Blazers do offer something that I couldn't blame Brad Stevens for trading Jaylen Brown for. If you think you really need to fix the team in that way and all, which I don't believe so. I like what they drafted I like what they picked up in the draft this year and all too as well. I'm not gonna go and name out names and all, but the skill and the bigs that they picked up there too as well. Now you are in position to go into free agency and get that guard like an Anthony Simons maybe, or a Marcus Smart maybe and all too as well. Those would be the 2 names that I would like and all too as well. So I got Sport Adders one more time, man. Who's your all-time GOAT manager in football? I don't have one. Sport Adders. I'm more of a casual when it comes to the football and all too as well. I usually watch World Cup when it comes up every 4 years, and if I can catch on in time, I watch the South American League. I think it's called Copa. I'm pretty sure it's called Copa and all too as well. But I really don't have an all-time coach and all. I get that Pep from Man City is one of the tops out there and all too as well. I know this guy managing for the French and all too as well. I believe he didn't manage the group. The last group for France and all too as well. I believe there was a death in the family or something like that. But I heard he's one of the greats too as well, honestly. But this is just me hearing stuff from banter. I got no idea and all too as well. If I had to guess, Pep, whoever managed Man City, I believe it's Pep, is one of the best and all too as well. I know Joe Mazzulla, head coach of the Boston Celtics, had himself a little one-on-one with not one-on-one, I'm not trying to say anything weird and all too as well, but had himself, a coach-on-coach meeting and all too as well. So that's how I'm familiar with Pep in that way, at least and all too as well. So I know he's one of the greats in that point and all too as well. So again, shout out to Sport Adders for the questions and all too as well, especially World Cup oriented. I can't hate it and all too as well. It's been a great World Cup. I can't lie. I feel like 2002 is the last World Cup I can remember like this. 2006 wasn't too bad either from memory and all too as well. But 2002 was pretty damn dope and all too as well. So shout out to you. I don't blame you and all too as well. I'm definitely want to catch a fan fest for the States game against Bosnia on Wednesday here in Atlanta and all too as well. So I'm definitely all in on this and all too as well. So, and I'll even say it too, bandwagoning with the States and all. If they lose, I'll bandwagon with Brazil and all too as well. I'll stop bandwagoning and all too as well. But that's how much I like getting involved with the World Cup and all. Brazil is usually the team I'm peeping and all too as well. Watching with my pops growing up and all too as well is, one of the big reasons why I'm a Brazil fan at heart and all, but I'll always cheer for the States because I'm American. And Haiti's first time in 50 years and all really gave me something to really invest into World Cup this year and all too as well. But sorry, Sports Adders, it would be Pep from Man City if I had a GOAT manager in football or soccer, however you want to say it and all too as well. But shout out to Sport Adders and all too as well, going back and forth with the World Cup and NBA and all too as well. But I don't think I got much news after that. I think it's really about the LaMelo Ball trade, big trade there and all too as well. Got some contracts and all. I think Trae Young read up and all too as well. Cool trades I guess I'll mention too as well. Isaiah Joe going to Detroit, I think is a cool trade. I know it's not a big name and all too as well, but you're adding a guy with championship experience, and he kind of solved your shooting issue quickly with a guy like Isaiah Joe and all too as well. You probably need more, but I do like that pickup. Another OKC Thunder player that got traded in Aaron Wiggins over to Atlanta and all too as well. And then I didn't even mention the NBA draft too as well. You got AJ Dabata going 1. who went number 2. Darren Peterson went number 2 and all. Boozer went number 3 and all too as well. Caleb Wilson went number 4. Let me get the NBA because number 5 threw me off. I had a couple buddies tell me about the guards in this draft and all too as well, so I won't hate on the picks and all. I just liked Acuff. Um, that's my favorite guard coming out of the draft. My favorite point guard coming out of the draft and all too as well. But the name of Keaton Wagler went to the Clippers at number 5. I don't like it. I don't like it and all too as well because the kid was a late bloomer and all too as well. And I would have liked him more in you know, more in a small market type of place than LA at least and all too as well. Prove me wrong. Like, you don't see many busts these days and all too as well, even though Scoot Henderson's a question right now and all too as well. But you see these guys kind of figure it out and all too as well. May not turn into true stars, but one way or the other they try to figure it out. So Keegan Wagler to me was an interesting pick. Mikel Brown going to Brooklyn was an interesting pick to me too as well. Darius Acuff from Arkansas, that's who I liked. I thought he could fit going top 3 at least on two. So, but I get Boozer above, I get Wilson above, I get Peterson above, I get AJ DeBasso above. I'm not trying to fight that and all too as well. But I do really like Darius Acuff, but he ends up going 7 to Sacramento. Kisting Flemings, that's out of these point guards at least not too as well. Everyone's making a big deal about. I like Darius Acuff. He's my favorite at least not. But outside the other ones, Kingston Flemings is a little bit more interesting to me, and I like that he went to Atlanta too as well. Really fits to what they got going with the guards there and all too as well. So definitely a cool pickup there. And then the top 10 rounds out with Morris Johnson to Dallas, and then we got Braden Burns going over to Milwaukee and all too as well. And probably, in 13, they got Nate Ahmet that's going to Milwaukee too as well. Chris Sinnett is the pick that the Boston Celtics picked up and all too as well. I liked it from Houston. Apparently has a stretch game and all too as well. 7'5" wingspan and all too as well. So definitely has the ability to block shots and all too as well. So definitely excited there. And who was the other pick that the Boston Celtics made? Dylan Mitchell from St. John's and all too as well. So two of my favorite schools, college basketball schools right now too as well. They picked up players from those programs and all. Tough, rugged programs. Rick Pitino for St. John's, Calvin Johnson for the Houston Cougars and all too as well. So definitely cool pick up there and all too as well. So yeah, that's the NBA news too as well. We got the NBA draft that happened this year, and I don't even give a damn about it because shout out to the World Cup and all. I got Sport Addis back at it again and all. And I don't hate it. What you got for me, Alex and Gordelio, I hope I'm saying that right, has won with single team and of course particular league, while Encelati won at multiple leagues when multiple teams truly go. I like that. Encelati has already won multiple league titles and champion league trophies with different clubs. If he caps off the career by winning a World Cup, he's with Brazil. Okay, does that make him an undisputed GOAT? By what you're relaying to me, yes, at least in all two as well. Totally unaware of all this, so this is like news to me, at least in all two as well. I don't mind it. It's information that I can drop out on the stream and all two as well. But based on the information you're giving me, I would say Insoletti is looking pretty good, at least in all two as well. I don't know if I'll have you in time in all two. Who's the French manager? Let's see, France manager World Cup. Okay, that's Deschamps. Okay. So just based on what Sports House is telling me, at least, and I got someone in the chat giving me some information on too as well. I do not mind it. This is very cool right now of what I'm dealing with right now too as well and all. But I can't lie with the Insoletti point from Sport Addis at least and all too as well. I would say he's looking pretty good if he's winning championships in multiple leagues and all too as well, in Champion League trophies and all too as well with different clubs, and now he's sitting there with a chance to get a World Cup. I really think Team Brazil. I mean, I love saying Team Brazil and all too as well, but I really think Brazil is a high-end dark horse and all. I really think it's it could be the added addition of Neymar, honestly, too as well. It can really give him a chance. And I'm not sure what he can give them and all too as well. I'm not sure how healthy he is, but could be some dope firepower for someone like Vinny, who's looking better and better. It looks like for every game at least on two as well. And as you said, the Brazilian, they have striker score. Yeah, wow. I'm like reading it to myself, not reading it out loud. Sporadis again. And as you said, Brazilians, I have good news for you. Whenever Brazilian striker scores 3 consecutive World Cup matches, Brazilian won the trophy. Okay. All right. Who's this? grown Pele Romero and Ronaldo. I remember Ronaldo and all too as well. So no, that's good. This is good stuff from Sport Addicts and all too as well. Shout out to you. I hope you press the subscribe button, and if not, you've already subscribed. That's dope. That would be dope, honestly, too, as well. So shout out to you and all, too, as well. But I really do like Brazil this year, too, as well. My one thing with them, they usually search, we all know Brazil's, they're called for they play the beautiful game and all, too, as well. So they kind of search that too much. I feel like that's what's hurting them in the past World Cups and all, too, as well. But Vinny looks awesome and all, too, as well. He looks dominant in a way, too, as well. If Neymar can give you anything, I can't imagine how that doesn't create more space for Vinny to make some noise and all too as well. So, but yeah, I would love Team Brazil to win if the States don't win and all. Obviously, that's more of a miracle dream than anything, at least and all too as well. So yeah, shout out to Sport Addicts. I'm trying to get some NBA in here, and he's throwing in the World Cup, which is fine too as well. Honestly, I know I'm going to get behind on the NBA news and all too as well because this World Cup does deserve this type of reaction coverage and all that type of stuff. And it's been a dope World Cup overall, at least and all too as well. With always a new team making some noise and all too as well. So shout out to Sport Addicts and all too as well. Got me going longer than I expected and all too as well. I'm gonna see if he has anything else to mention at least and all too as well. While I'm trying to think of any other NBA news that I can think of and all too as well. But it's really about Jaylen Brown right now. Like I said, LaMelo Ball getting traded. The NBA draft just happened and all too as well. So free agency is basically going to be starting, I think, basically tomorrow and all too as well. If not like the official first of of July, where they can legally tamper or legally talk, whatever the term is. I know it's like football in a way, or NFL football, since we're talking soccer football too. But NFL football is kind of a legal tampering thing. I believe it's kind of like that in the NBA too as well. Like apparently there's an agreement for Giannis to get traded to Miami, but it can't be official until the 6th of July and all too as well, which is like I think I mentioned earlier, the bottom of not the bottom of, but the next, not this upcoming Monday, but the next Monday in July and all too as well. So the first Monday in July, I should mention at least and all too as well. So that's what we got going for the NBA. Eventually I'll get into the Red Sox. We'll see. They're giving me hope. They're doing something against the Yankees that I love seeing, but I don't know if it's going to lead to a playoff run. So we'll see there and all too as well. And then we got NFL coming on soon. As soon as the World Cup is over, I'm pretty sure the NFL will start taking over for me and others and all too as well. But shout out to Sport Addicts. Shout out to the chat for this stream and the last stream too as well. I apologize. I should have got the names of the people that told me that I wasn't coming in, at least and all too as well. So definitely a shout out to you, Sport Addicts. You killed it today and all too as well. I definitely want to give you a shout out and all too as well. And then to anyone else that wants to join to the chat while I'm on these streams, you are more than welcome to. Like I have to keep saying, I do a terrible job of scheduling and having you guys and giving you a good schedule of when I'll be on anyway. And also I keep saying it's something I'll get better at and all too as well. Let me switch up the scene because it looks like I'm done talking, at least and all too as well. But looks like I'll be ending it here, at least and all too as well. Again, if you guys are watching on the YouTube side, please press on that subscribe button, share, like, comment, like my man Sports Addicts did today and all too as well, or tonight, this morning, whatever you want to label it, and all too as well. So big shout out to him. But yeah, please, if you guys want to support the podcast on the YouTube side, press on that subscribe button, like, share, comment. To help support the podcast and all. If you guys are keeping it on the playback and all, like Apple, Spotify, and Overcast and all too as well, leave us a rating, share whichever platform you're on too as well to help support the podcast and all. But Sports Addicts, thanks again. The chat overall, this was a dope chat for you. This was a dope stream for y'all and all. Y'all helped me out big time with this one and all too as well. But we'll talk soon. Peace.